right, we got the 11:45 spoilers, and I know that it's April 1st, but I'm pretty sure these are real spoilers, especially because of how exciting they are and what happens in the chapter, because what happens is Rox shows up. Not like in the present time on Elbaf, because I think it's implied that Rox has been dead for a while. But we see like a flashback of Rox D. Xebec, you know, like the counterpart of Roger. I guess he's like the evil Roger. We'll get into him, but it's really cool and exciting, so let's get into it. The Colin pirates align themselves with Robin's group. All right, now the pieces are starting to fit together. So in the previous chapter, we saw that Nami, Usopp, Jinbei, and Brook were trying to help with all the craziness that was going on in Elbaf. But Jarl was like, no, you guys can't fight because you're guests. And it eventually led to Colin, the son of Scopper and Ridley, sneaking them away in his own little ship. And he was like, hey, we're gonna, go help them out, but we're not gonna let, the adults know. So now in this chapter, they're meeting up with Robin's group, who is like Robin, Chopper, and Saul. So now the Straw Hats are that much closer to all reuniting, even though once they do, they're probably not gonna do much. There are sleep-tit monsters for them all to fight, but you know what I mean. Meanwhile, in the underground, Loki shares information with Luffy's group regarding the God's Knights. However, he refuses to disclose Shanks' whereabouts, believing that Luffy has yet to truly earn his freedom. All right, now, finally, everyone else is finding out about the Holy Knights / God Knights at this point, which is nice. I don't know exactly what Loki is telling them. It is possible that Loki is telling Luffy about Shamrock here, but we're gonna have to wait for tomorrow's full summary. Maybe they intentionally left that out here because, the leakers have been doing that, which is nice, not telling us everything first day. But it is very possible that Oda might just be waiting for the big Shamrock reveal on Luffy, because it's going to reveal to Luffy that Shanks is a celestial dragon, so maybe that needs a chapter in itself. But it's nice that they're at least finding out about the Holy Knights in general here. And as for Loki not telling Luffy where Shanks is, I mean, this was part of their deal, right? Like, if Luffy released Loki would tell him about Shanks. And I guess what is really being said here is believing that Luffy has yet to truly earn his freedom. It sounds like he's saying that about Luffy, like Luffy hasn't earned his own individual freedom. But what they might actually be trying to say here is that Loki hasn't earned his freedom because he still might have a sea stone cuff on him, possibly. So once they remove the cuff, then he'll tell him? I'm not sure. Again, we'll have to go into the full summary tomorrow if we get it. So subscribe for that if you haven't already. Thank you. A brief flashback reveals that Loki once encountered Xebec in the past and even attempted to join his crew as a kid. However, Xebec, whose appearance remains obscured, flatly rejected Loki's request. This rejection led Loki to challenge Xebec to a fight, which ended disastrously for him. Whitebeard is also seen in the flashback, but Xebec's face remains hidden. Loki admired Xebec the way Luffy admires Shanks and believes that he was born in the wrong era, as he wanted to grow up to be a part of the Rock's crew. All right, here we go. This is the big, massive part of the chapter. Loki met Rox back in the day, tried to join his crew, was rejected, and was smacked around. So, first of all, let's go into who Rox is. I know some of you need a refresher. Not everybody is a hardcore psycho that watches these videos. Rox's full name is Rox D. Xebec, meaning that he is a part of the D clan. However, he's like implied to be like evil or something. Like he's like a bad boy. And I guess Blackbeard is supposed to be like the modern day equivalent of him, if Luffy is like the modern day equivalent of Roger. Rox also had like a legendary crew back in the day, which consisted of Whitebeard, Kaido, Big Mom, Shiki, Stussy, the original Stussy. Captain John was a part of it too, the guy from Thriller Bark. And then there was like other people there too. Wang Ji or whatever that guy's name was. But first, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Sakurako, which is our favorite artisan Japanese snack subscription box, all made from local artisan Japanese snack makers. And don't worry, it comes with this awesome booklet that explains all of the snacks in the box along with Japan and its culture. And this month's box is Moonlit Sakura. And this box is filled with the traditional flavors of the Sakura season. Sakurako boxes also come with these really cool tablewares each month. And this month's tableware is the Sakura Wagashi plate. Let's try the tea that pairs with everything in the box, and this month it's the Sakura Hibiscus tea. It has this really refreshing flavor that's like a blend of hibiscus and green tea infused with cherry blossoms, which gives it this nice sweetness. I also tried this Sakura Madeline. It's perfectly moist and blends this nice aroma of cherry blossoms with a tart flavor of strawberries. It has a really balanced sweetness in each bite. Then I tried the Sakura Shrimp Senbei. These are tasty shrimp rice crackers with cherry blossom leaves kneaded into the dough with a lightly salted taste that gives it a balance of savory and sakura flavors. So guys, you can get your very own Sakurako box by checking the link in the description, and make sure you use code Zhoniin for $5 off your first box. Thanks guys. We saw that the Rocks Pirates wound up fighting against the Roger Pirates back on God Valley. And it was said that Roger teamed up with Garp to defend the Celestial Dragons against him. I guess he was trying to kill them or something. Roger's such a good guy, he had to help him. I don't know. We don't know the full story of God Valley yet. But anyway, like I said, Rocks is one of the most legendary pirates ever. So it's a big deal that Loki met him once. And I guess this had to be at least 40 years ago or something, somewhere around that time. I mean, we're not getting a timeline here, but God Valley was 39 years ago, right? Something like that, 39, 40 years ago. And if Whitebeard is present in the crew here, I guess it has to be before God Valley, because I think that's when their crew disbanded or something like that. I could be wrong. And Loki is currently 63 years old or something like that. So he was probably really young when he met Rocks, really young. In his 20s possibly. And to give you a frame of reference, Colin right now, the little kid with the Nami's group, he's 20. I know that's really weird, right? Well, it's just how the giants age. It's kind of like the reverse version of Oliver from Invincible Season 3. Oda said in an SBS way back in the day, almost 20 years ago, that giants age and mature much slower than humans. So Loki was probably like Colin at that time. So he wasn't ultra mega Yonko level powerhouse that he is now, or at least implied to be. But still pretty cool nonetheless. And I guess this is going to give us more insight into why Loki is the way that he is, since he looks up to Rocks. But again, we're going to get more into this into the full summary tomorrow. And also for all the hardcores who are wait, does this mean that Rocks actually beat Loki and that Rocks isn't a weakling? Because there was some theories out there that Rocks may have been a coward or a weakling, the way that Buggy is. And he kind of had this facade of being strong. Well, apparently someone asked Redon that it's weird that Whitebeard also appears in Loki's flashback, and if he's the one that defeated Loki, because he believes that Rocks is like Buggy, and also his father. Redon replied that Xebec is not like Buggy at all. In fact, he's the complete opposite, and this chapter proves it. So that's a huge reveal in itself as well. It seems like Rocks is the one who single-handedly defeated Loki. Again, not really that impressive because he was a little kid. Still powerful, I guess. But I guess this is showing that Rocks wasn't a fraud, that he was a beast, and that he deserved to be the leader of that legendary crew. Luffy gives Loki some meat to help him recover. He recovers a bit, but not fully. All right, we're making some progress on that at least, which is nice. Hopefully more meat will be fed to him and he'll recover magically the way that Luffy does, because they're both, Nikas or whatever. Jinbei stops the fire that was caused by Loki. Well, that was fast. I thought that was going to be like a ticking clock for the whole arc, but no, Jinbei just shoulder throws some water on that and it's done. Which is, honestly, it makes sense. He would do that and it would work. But didn't it also say that the fire on the tree branches don't go out and that you have to cut the branch off or something? Maybe something else happened. The chapter concludes with Gunko appearing on the Svar ship, standing face to face with the Colin pirates. Break next week. Whoa, all right. So Gunko is coming face to face with Colin's group. So this is big. I mean, maybe if they all work together, they can take down Gunko. I mean, that seems realistic, right? They have Jinbei with them at least. But let me know what you think about this in the comments, guys. And if you liked the video, please give it a like and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day and I'll see you in the next one.